All right, guys, we have a pretty special one today. This is one of very few modified cars that I've had on the channel. This is a 1987 Series 2 VL Calais Turbo. And as you can probably tell, it is not a standard car. It is not. And that is actually why I wanted to do it, because I have done a few VL Turbos. I love them. I have not done a modified one except Hector Khabib's, which was fantastic, but it wasn't, that car, while I love it, was mostly about noise. This one is about power, so we're making 300 kilowatts at the wheels in this thing. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy. It has just started to sprinkle. It's not my car, you know, 300 kilowatts, plus we're in a car that weighs 1,200 kilos. Yeah. And these things are worth a lot of money, so I don't want to hurt it, right? As you can tell as well, there are some things in here. It's just starting to sprinkle inside. We'll put our electric windows up because this is a Calais. There are some things inside here that are obviously not original, so let's address those immediately. We have a boost gauge here, we have a shift light here, a turbo timer, transmission temperature, water temperature, and oil pressure. And you can probably also notice if you look very closely, it's missing the radio. But honestly, this car makes very cool noises. I wouldn't even worry about that. I'm not sure what this steering wheel is off. It kind of makes me think of VR GDS, but I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It is a real Calais. It used to have a Calais badge there, but it has been taken off, so it is genuine. It's very nice, you know, all of the carpeted stuff, and it's very comfortable. But anyway, we're going to jump outside. I'll just make sure the window's up, and I apologize if it's a bit windy. I'll try my best and put my hands around it, try my best, but it is pretty windy outside today, and it is bitterly cold. So if we quickly jump out here is our Series 2 VL Calais Turbo. Look at that thing. Doesn't it just look $1,000,000? You also might notice there is the intercooler just under there. Very cool thing. You know, I've seen some TikToks recently about this car, about that VL Turbo in particular, saying that it's a little bit understated. Well, it is not in Australia, but I can understand overseas maybe. There's those big fat Mickey Thompsons hinting that this car has a little bit more balls than most VLs. Obviously it's been lowered as well. Looks great, doesn't it? It looks really good. Sorry about the wind noise. It's a shame. I've done a proper overview of this car. We have our turbo badge and our Calais badge. Really good looking thing, honestly. It is just gorgeous, and one of my favorite features, you probably already know this if you turn the headlights on, they pop up there. Very 80s. very cool car, this thing. And if I start it up, which I will, it also is cammed. So hopefully you can hear that. It is bitterly cold. I really wanted to get in here and show you guys this. Now, that might be flashing on camera. I'm not sure yet. But in person it is not. It is really good. So this car's got lots of cool things. It's also got a turbo timer. There's our electric windows down there. Now, a quick history lesson on the VL Calais. If you're not familiar, the Calais is the top of the line, and this was the very first Calais. So the one before this, the VH, we had the SLE. So the Calais were the luxury models, right? And in this model, the VL, the Calais had its own unique front end, which is pretty cool, its own interior, and you could get these in automatic, which this one is obviously, or you could get it in manual. So bit of a variety there. You could also get them, Calais, in all three engine choices. So we had the RB30, which is in this one, an NA, let me rephrase that. You could get an NA RB30, you could get a turbo RB30, which is what this is, or you could get Holden's 304, still carburetted though at this stage. So one of the reasons why this is in here rather than a 202 that was in the VK earlier is, I believe at the beginning of 1986 there was new regulation, from Australia, that meant that all new cars had to be run on unleaded petrol, and Holden didn't have their 202, their injector 202 ready in time. So they were really, really worried, and they were looking for one to try and find as soon as possible. Anyway, they found this in the end, and this is what they ended up using. It was only in the VL, and Holden agreed on a price, and then the yen started doing really well. They lost a lot of money, and yeah, they didn't do very well out of it. But the upside is that what resulted is a cultural icon, and the VL Calais, the VL Turbo is a car that is sought after, it is extremely sought after, right? And very, very modified. Now, I have done a few on the channel. I think it might be up to 5 now or so. It's very hard to find an original one. So the other ones that I've done are all original ones. This is like a lightly modified one that doesn't have like a Barra turbo or something in it. So we will just wait for these guys. Now, one of the things that I did want to mention is, like I said, I'm not going to go balls out because it'll just wheel spin. This car doesn't weigh anything, but slow down a little bit. Oh. Yeah, so you can see how quickly, like that was not even, that wasn't full ball at all. So I really, I'm really trying to be a good boy driving this, but it's actually not that easy. It is a very cool car, this thing, and again, it's on massive Mickey Thompsons. It's not on standard 195s or whatever, so 205s. And I guess I wanted to feature this car because I've done standard ones. They're great, don't get me wrong, but having ones that have been modified, this is what most of them got to, and this is probably on the edge of being street enjoyable. You can enjoy this one on the street, but some of these cars have crazy kilowatts, crazy horsepower, that you really couldn't use on the road. And the other thing as well is these cars are worth a mint now. They never used to be. Even I remember buying them for next to nothing. I'd never bought a Calais, but I did buy a manual VL Turbo back in the day. And just a great thing, great thing. I remember looking at photos of them back when I was in high school, and out of all the cars on the channel that I want, personally, a VL Turbo is up there. There's just so many different varieties. I mean, you can either get one that's nice and original, and not that this one isn't, but obviously it's been touched and the interior stuff, but it all adds to it, you know. And this is a different era. This would have all been done when these cars were just almost disposable, but still really well liked, and just such a cool thing. The other thing that this one has as well, which is pretty cool, we've got electric windows. Obviously I showed you before, we've got electric mirrors, and a big dollar car back in its day, really significantly expensive. I will show you the engine bay. I did forget to show you the engine bay, which I'll show you. Now let me know if you guys like these little modified videos, and with modified stuff, right, I mostly like period correct stuff. Now, while this isn't necessarily period correct, it is error correct from the early 2000s and that kind of stuff. The only thing that's missing is probably a massive sound system, and then you have a car that's built to do chat laps. It's just a really, really cool thing. I love this style of car. I have to be honest, though, it is a bit of a shame how bloody expensive they are. All right, we're in the 100 zone, and all right. tried my best not to break traction, but that didn't work. I really didn't mean to do that at all. Jesus. Alright, well, I probably won't do any more 0 to 100s. Genuinely didn't mean to do that. Alright, we'll try from a rolling start this time. Jesus, God, this car is properly quick. My hands are all sweaty. And yeah, okay. Whew. Right, now while we wait for the turbo timer, I've just pulled over so I can show you the engine bay. I want to get your thoughts. What do you guys think about modified stuff? I mean, I really am new to it, and maybe it's a little good comparison. You know, there are things, of course, about this car that isn't maybe 100% my taste, but oh, there we go. But it's not my car, so what are you going to do, right? So anyway, I'll try and block the wind as best I can, but it is a bitterly cold day today, so I apologise for that. One thing that this car has had added, where is he? There we go. Okay, so if we have a look under the engine bay, look at that. We have a GT 3545 turbo, 300 kilowatts at the wheels. Just, what does that say? Rajab Racing. But I do love the huge intercooler at the front. It just looks great. And honestly, I don't know if you'd need much more than that for the road. It's almost borderline too much as it is. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video of something a little bit different. I know it's a car that I normally feature, but it is a different style. Let me know what you think, and if you guys would like your car on the channel, then please feel free to get in touch. Thank you for following along, liking, subscribing. I really appreciate it, and this has been great fun. It really has.